We begin this half hour with a look inside the world of craft beer. We asked for free samples, but we're told since we're getting a cocktail in the dish, we couldn't have any. Anyway, more than one new craft brewery opens up in the U.S. every day. That's a lot of competition, and the battle is over more than just the beer itself.
I've only been complaining about it for 30 minutes. It hasn't been that long. Growing pains are emerging about the names, even the symbols attached to all the different beers, and that means barrels of problems. David Begnaud is here with more. Good morning, David.
Vanita, good morning. It has become a real brouhaha, pitting passionate brewers against each other over something as simple as a name and an image. And though it may seem trivial, trademarking has become a real beer sport.
Unicorn Stampede.
For Candace Moon, this is what advising a client looks like. The woman who calls herself the craft beer attorney put herself through law school bartending in San Diego, a city with 90 craft breweries.
There's enough business for the beer lawyer?
Oh my God, there is more than enough business. It's kind of crazy.
Moon advises some of the approximately 3,000 breweries across the country. Half of her business involves trademark disputes. Why is this happening?
You're looking at a small industry that's becoming a big industry. So many people out there trying to choose names, trying to be creative, and not knowing what gives them rights and what doesn't.
We actually got extra space to kind of grow into.
Basil Lee is a brewer in Queens, New York. Like most in the industry, the 35-year-old former architect started making beer at home. He and his partner, Kevin Stafford, named their brewery after a species of whale.
What did you name it?
Originally, we named it Narwhal.
And why did you have to change it?
We changed it because we had a little of a trademark issue with Sierra Nevada.
It was 2012, and Sierra Nevada, the country's second largest craft brewer, had already requested but not yet received a trademark for a Narwhal Imperial Stout. A disappointed Lee didn't have the money to challenge it.
Our only recourse at the time was really to kind of take it out to the public a little bit. You know, we posted on social media.
Were you hoping that people would put pressure on Sierra Nevada?
Certainly.
When the founder of Lagunitas tried pressuring Sierra Nevada, he was publicly shamed on social media. Tony McGee sued Sierra over this IPA label, alleging the bold letters in Sierra's new Hop Hunter beer were remarkably similar to the letters in his best-selling India Pale Ale. Immediately after the suit was filed, beer drinkers blasted him on Twitter, and he responded, "Today I was seriously schooled, and I heard you well." He dropped the suit within 24 hours, calling it the worst day in 23 years of growing his brewery.
I have great respect that Lagunitas recognized that the beer community spoke.
Sam Calagione is founder of Dogfish Head Brewery. He was featured in the documentary film Beer Wars.
Last year in 2014, we spent $230,000 just defending our trademarks. So we spent more money defending our trademarks in 1 year than we did to start our brewery.
Signature beers like 90-Minute IPA and Pumpkin Ale have put Dogfish among the top dogs of the brewery business.
English as a language has 500,000 words, and yet there's 3,200 breweries in America, 1.5 new commercial breweries opening every day. It's inevitable that a brewery, whether out of naivety or being malicious, is going to step on another brewery's identity. When it does happen, we need to handle it gracefully and not have the craft-on-craft crime that's occurring these days.
Basil Lee estimates he would have spent $150,000 in legal fees battling Sierra Nevada. Instead, he abandoned his social media campaign and changed the name of his brewery to Finback.
Are you the little guy who lost or the little guy who learned to do better?
I think we're the little guy who learned to do better, for sure. I think it's water under the bridge. I think that we like the name better, Finback. I think that in the end, it worked out fine for us.
Attorney Candace Moon always recommends mediation to litigation for her clients, who've realized that in a business brewed by passion, protecting your invention is priceless.
It may not mean much now, but that's the thing about a trademark. You know, if and when you become a big brand, then it has a lot more value.
And there's value in settling disputes the old-fashioned way, over beers. Avery and Russian River Brewing Companies discovered they were both brewing a Salvation Ale. So they blended their brews, created a new beer, and called it collaboration, not litigation. And that type of collaboration does not always happen. It is a real learning experience for brewers who begin at home and then evolve into a big business.
Glad they're learning to play nice. It is amazing how much effort goes into these names.
Look, Sam Calagione with Dogfish Head actually said he spends time at night and on the weekends going online, looking through free search engines to find names that he can use, and he keeps a list on his iPhone, just a running list of beer names that are available.
It's amazing that some of these people stumble on these bizarre names twice.
Wild.
Yeah.
You would think with all the words in the language we would have a problem.
It wouldn't happen.
David, thank you.
You bet.